Imagine you get a stand. How do you control it? What's the first thing you're going to do? Me personally, I think I'm going to get in the gym and try to see what abilities that is and just hope it's not some insane destructive power. And in all honesty, I was just thinking, last night about who is the best user of their stand. Now, this will be a kind of series because I will do a who is the worst user of the stand, and depending on how the videos perform, I might make a part 2. But without further ado, let's get into it. First, we got my GOAT, Bruno Bucciarati. Now, I've talked about how Bruno Bucciarati used sticky fingers to his advantage throughout part 5, but we really have to talk about it. Bruno, he uses the stand so well that he could use it to hide within another person to disguise himself. He can create zippers to go under the ground just in case he's getting blitzed above ground. He can do a lot with sticky fingers. And on top of that, don't let him get you, because if he gets you and he puts a zipper on, let's say your arm is done. Bruno literally pushes the bounds of what his stand can do in so many different ways throughout part 5. Even when he comes back, he pushes the bounds on how long he can stay alive. He was able to beat people using the various tools around him, whether it be near the Coliseum or in the car. They were just moving fast. But up next, we have my GOAT, Josuke Higashikata.
Stop that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
What? No. And now, I'm talking about part 4 Josuke. Him, I definitely have to include him on this list because of when I watched part 4, he was doing literally everything. You can look back and see where almost when we see his mom for one of the first times, when he punches through her in order to get the glass, and then he healed her before she could even look down and realize what happened. Or when they went to the restaurant and he broke the spaghetti down to tomatoes and spaghetti sticks. Or when he was driving on a motorcycle, broke it down in midair and reanimated it by the time he landed on the ground. That is ridiculous. His restoration powers are so ungodly. Like, it's so crazy. But even with that, he literally showed you how easy he could break everything down and put it back together. And he can even fuse things together if he wants to, which makes it even more dangerous. Imagine if he wanted to fuse a weapon together and it's functional. Even when you look at minor antagonists, Josuke used a creative way for each of them. In almost every last one of them, he used it in a different way. He used his stand in a different way to beat them. Like I was talking about earlier, Highway 45, it literally, the more you ran from it, the faster it got. So he's putting up walls to make it stop. He's doing a lot of different things, and it was working. This is editor Kai here. I felt like the Josuke segment could be a little bit longer. I just need a little bit more glaze for my mans. Listen, he was doing Kira the worst way. I just need to add that in. Josuke, his stand ability, it's so top tier that if I had it in real life, it's so useful that in real life, it's a fantastic stand to have. And Josuke, he's just the perfect user. I wouldn't be surprised if we ever do get a longer spinoff when they're 25, we see Josuke be a team doctor or just be the town doctor. I wouldn't be shocked. Okay, up next and probably last for today, we have Jolyne Cujoh. I have to put Jolyne Cujoh at least in this spot because she was going crazy, and on top of the fact that Stone Ocean, it's not that strong of a stand. So she's using these stringy abilities. She's able to change her body in different ways so that she can negate the damage, remove the damage away. Like when she was fighting Sea Moon and she turned her whole heart into a Morbius strip. Like, she's a ridiculous level of creative. She knew exactly what to do. Or when you look at, I forget who she was fighting. It was a side stand, but they brought the baseball into the elevator. But Jolyne had a string attached to it, and she used the baseball to beat the fuck out of her. As soon as she got you with her string, it didn't matter who you were, how strong your stand were, none of that. She's beating the ever-loving tar piss out of you, and I loved watching it. But she was so intricate with Stone Free that it made sense why she lasted so long. She actually lasted to be one of the final 2 in her group. And the only reason she wasn't the final one is because she sent Emporio into the new universe to save everybody. She literally set up the motion. But when it comes to stand usage, she's definitely like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, if she wasn't, she would have probably got her distal, and that would have been the end of Stone Ocean pretty quickly. Like when talking about one of the best stand users, they have to be able to do a variety of things with their stands. I feel like all three of them can. All three of them were facing on villains and ended up defeating them in different ways just because of the usage of their stand and how they use it. Now, do I feel like these are the only three I'm going to talk about? I mean, they are today, but in general, no. But of everyone I talk about here, who out of the three, who do I think is the best? Josuke.
A treat if you ain't eat a treat from. Did you eat? I'ma ask you again. Did you eat a treat from right here?
Listen. His stand ability is basic, but he makes the motherfucking most out of it in almost every way possible. Restoration really does work, because being able to break something down and rebuild it, too tough. But that's all I got today. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 2K. So until next time, peace.